So, Sheffield Wednesday boss Henrik Pedersen had this to say how proud he was once again of the Sheffield Wednesday team last night at the Tough Sheet Stadium. And you've got the thing where you had a 33-year-old Liam Palmer playing and a 16-year-old Yisa Alaola from, I think it's Mecborough, I think he's from, starting. And it coming on off the bench, sorry. Speaking after, he said, I am of course very proud, and I think we had 6 pre-academy boys in the team tonight, 6 or 7 debuts. Before the game we spoke about having a young team, but that there was some good senior players around, and how they performed made me really, really proud. And I think for me, it shows you everything that they're doing. He said, I think there was a culture thing that's really strong today. They stayed together and kept going. The belief and confidence is what I really like to see from the young guys, and see how happy the senior players were, seeing the young players happy as well. We are together and we are strong to see this. And this is one of the things that you've got with Wednesday at the minute. We keep this camaraderie where we're in this together and all trying to go for it. We will be a stronger unit. Now, the thing is, you look at last night's game as a whole, you could tell it was youngsters. Let's just be fair, because you saw how knackered they got towards the 60 or 70 minute. It's very similar to when the Leicester game happened. You can tell this is a squad that hasn't had a proper pre-season. I would probably say a lot of those lads in that team last night probably had more of a pre-season than some of the senior pros has. And it's one of those things where you look at it and you're really happy to see us do well with the youngsters, and some really good talents are there. Again, I thought Johnson had an excellent game last night. He was my man of the match, looked fantastic, very happy that he got his goal. Gwilliers, absolute rocket, fantastic. And one player I want to talk about as well, Bruno Fernandes was having a really good game up until having a very late tackle on him in the first half, which some fans saw as a red. I think if they hadn't already had a red card already, it probably would have got that. When Sean Fuser came on, he was absolutely fantastic. But the thing is, one of the things that you got is after the game, he had to go to hospital. He said, I had just seen the picture, he has a deep cut, so he had to go to hospital and hope they will put it back together again. I did not see exactly what happened, so I don't know. But we spoke about it before the game that it was a big evening. We have 5 players who had never even been in the squad before. They were starting 11. They will never forget this experience, and to have a game like this, to have this support from the fan, it means so much. To see senior players with them, supporting them, speaking with them before the game from the heart, celebrating with them after the game is fantastic. And it's one of those things where you look at what Wednesday did last night, and I thought Bruno was fantastic. He did some really good flicks and turns and got past his man. And you actually see on the game last night where the tackle goes in and you see Charlie McNeil go, he's just a kid. But I also had this whole thing where he's playing the game, and I get this, and he is a kid, but this will make him stronger. This will make him stronger for it. But it was a nasty tackle. It was a very nasty tackle, and I'm surprised he stayed on it. It was only a yellow. Because he had his man. He had his man, and you could tell that was the frustration part of Bolton Wanderers last night. They were really annoyed that they weren't getting the rub of the green in some of the decisions, but how this young team was doing and how some of them were like, what's going on? You did feel that a little bit there. They had to bring on sub, didn't they, at the end to try and get it sorted. But Henrik also spoke about trying to get people into the club. We know last week there was a lot of talk about Harry Amos and Toby Collier. Now Collier has been spoke about going to Hull apparently. I've seen rumours of that. And it looks like we're getting closer and closer to Liam Cooper coming in. He asked whether he still hopes that deal can be done this week. He said that I can say that we are working very hard on this, and I still hope so. Asking about Cooper, he said, I've not been given any assurance what we can, but we will do everything we can to get the great project at Sheffield Wednesday. This is interest from many players with money we can pay right now, and we hope we can help them with the first of all, a fantastic club and interesting place where you can make your next step in football and as a human. We hope we can get some interesting players for us. At the moment, there's a lot of young players on the table, and there's also a lot of experienced players on the table. We are working very, very hard every day to find a player that gets the right players, and really hope we'll have something soon. And I kind of hope we get Cooper Dunn first. It gives us that bit of experience. It's what we need at the minute. That experience kind of at the back will help. If we got someone like Jaden Heck in, that would be really good as well. A bit of youth. It's going to be a team that's got sporadics of youth and sporadics of experience in, because that's what we need. The problem is we need about, as someone said last night, I think it was Mike said, we need at least about 8 players. And that's going to be difficult. We are going to be busy from now till the end of the window. And I believe our cup game versus Leeds is a Tuesday night. In 2 weeks' time. I think it's the 28th, I want to say. So the fact that we're back again, having double games again, just says all the stuff that ideally a cup run is not what we wanted or needed. But the fact that we got it, it'll give good minutes for some players to try and impress again. And that's the key word there, trying to impress. I think a lot of those youngsters impressed Henry, impressed the fans with how well they did and how they got into games. So at the end of the day, you're looking at this and you're going, right, what do you do next? Who do you bring in next? How do you go about it? Getting that balance of experience and youth is going to be really interesting. But at the same time, this is where we're at. Henrik spoke glowingly of the players, as did most fans. Most of the things I've seen online as well. We're very impressed with it. And again, you show what we're doing at the minute. We are building a team that can try and play and try and do something, which is good. But here's the thing for me. Be patient with these players because, again, like I said before, make sure you can support the boys. I have seen something about like people saying, let's boycott the Leeds United game. The players need your support. They need your support. I get it. I understand it because I think it's something like cup games, season ticket money. Season ticket don't get thing, you go buy it. So let's see what happens. Hopefully we can get players in, start moving a bit forward on that sense. We're going to Stoke. We know that the North Stand is now open. There is a lot of questions of how quickly did that get open, what did actually get done to fix it. I do understand that, but it is open. It has been officially done by SAG. Again, people saying, look at those photographs. People don't know how old those photographs were. There were no dates on them. I'll be brutal honest, there were no dates on those photographs. They could have come ages ago. So you don't know. They probably were true, kind of thing, the photograph, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, very proud of the lads. Henrik had his say and really good to hear what he said. And I just like how Henrik talks. He's very calming influence when he speaks. So yeah, but great to see the lads do well last night. Well done. You should be all very proud of you. I can imagine there's some very sore legs this morning. But yeah, that's where we're at.